up. But you gotta search within you. Try to find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. I'll let you with a small flat on your face. So I collapse on spilling these raps long as you feel them to the day that
All right, and I'm Nick Kohler alongside Chuck Nelson and Kevin Skidmore, and welcome to Caught Stealing.
We're going to start the show by talking about the awards race that we have going on.
Yeah, first, we're going to start off welcome. This is our inaugural episode. We are out here in sunny Los Angeles, California, here on National Sports Radio. We want to thank Mr. Robert Dieters for inviting us onto the show. And let's get going. You guys ready? We'll start off with the MLB awards. We're going to start with NL Rookie of the Year. We're going to head over to Kevin.
So I think most people would say that Jacob deGrom is without a doubt the Rookie of the Year. Now, Billy Hamilton was the go into the season thought to be Rookie of the Year. But in my opinion, he had a little bit of a down year. He didn't even lead the league in stolen bases. And he had a little bit of a down batting average. But Jacob deGrom rushed onto the scene out of nowhere. He's got a very low ERA at 2.63, which is extremely rare for a rookie. He walked only 43 batters. And this is while doing this in 22 games, so he didn't have an entire complete season, but what he did was extremely legit, and he also had a 1.1 whip, which is extreme, puts him in elite level, and would be good for not just a rookie, but is, a far candidate for the Cy Young.
Clap it up for Kevin and his inaugural analysis over here. But a lot of firsts today. And my first prediction for NL Rookie of the Year will be Mr. Jacob deGrom. Like Kevin said, it's pretty clear-cut, cut in stone. They almost have given him the trophy. I mean, barring something dramatic, he's going to win. At least that's in my opinion. Now we're going to head over to Chuck to see if we have a little disagreement.
No, I'd also agree that Jacob deGrom will be the winner of the NL Rookie of the Year, also known as the Roy. So I would say that part of this would be because he's on the Mets, who are slowly declining as from a long time ago in their production. But he was able to fight through being on the Mets this season, who did not have a very good season, but he was able to be a lone shining star during this season.
I'd like to also give an honorable mention, just throw them out there, Odrisamer Despaigne and Billy Hamilton, which we discussed earlier.
Can you speak English on that first one? Who is that?
Oh, his name is Odrisamer Despaigne. He's from Cuba, and yes, he has a very Cuban name.
All right, so
the next thing that we'll be doing is moving over to the AL side of the Roy, as I said earlier, and this will be started off with Nick Kohler. Who is your prediction?
We got another Cuban here.
We do have another Cuban, and I mean, this guy, in terms of Cubans, is the Cuban. Am I right?
I think he's even a little more hands down than Jacob deGrom is.
Yeah, this one's pretty etched in stone. Oh, and so it's, I'm sure all of you know who we're talking about. Number 79 for the Chicago White Sox.
Gotta love those Cuban numbers.
Those 79.
All right. 79, 66, of course, Puig. So here out now.
And that new Cuban over on the Red Sox.
Castillo, homered last night.
Yep.
Rusney, first career home run last night.
Greatest names ever.
All right, so, I mean, come on, Jose Abreu, 35 home runs. Wow, it's a lot. 105 RBIs. I mean, 35 doubles. He's got 173 hits and a .315 batting average. Pretty outstanding for a rookie so far. Sound effects. But, yeah, I mean, well-deserved. He definitely played extremely well this year. And I'll head it over to Kevin. What do you have?
I also have Jose Abreu, and I don't have a lot to add. But what I do is I think Jose Abreu is not only putting up Rookie of the Year stats, but he's also putting up debatable MVP stats. I mean, it's incredible. He's got 35 home runs.
You're not saying that Jose Abreu is gonna beat up the heir to the throne of the captain, Mike Trout?
I'm not gonna make that decision, but it's something you can at least think about. But back to my point, a 315 average with 35 home runs. You expect players that have power nowadays to be either feast or famine, batting 220 if they're gonna hit over 30 home runs. But Jose's batting 315 with a 379 on base percentage, which means he's taking his walks. He's not swinging out of the strike zone. And those numbers, to me, scream Rookie of the Year, but also potential MVP.
All right, and I also had the same person in Jose Abreu as the AL Roy. And I had the opportunity to see this guy play in person when they played the Yankees at Yankee Stadium over the summer. And let's just say that I saw him in person, and he's a gigantic dude. He easily can hit the ball.
Let's clarify some things over here. Our main man, Chuck, is not the biggest.
5'4", 100 pounds, and well, it still doesn't matter. Jose Abreu is a big dude, and he uses all of that weight to be able to hit the ball out of the park.
And boy, when he hits it, it goes far.
Yeah, he hits laser beams out of the park. It isn't just little fly balls that barely get out. And when he hits them far, he sends them deep.
All right, and now we'll go over to AL and NL Comeback Player of the Year. I'll start it off in the AL with... as you'll come to learn, I am indeed an Angels fan. So, my man, Albert Pujols, who, big signing for the Angels 2010, coming over, hoping to give Anaheim its second title. And, it was big news, but he kind of fell off with the big story of Mike Trout emerging, signing Josh Hamilton the next year.
Garrett Richards' breakout season. He's quietly put up some pretty good numbers. 273 batting average, 28 home runs, 89 runs, 170 hits, 105 RBIs. He's really been a good player for the Angels this year. And, batting behind Mike Trout, you're going to get some fastballs. And he definitely is connected with them this year. Now, Chuck?
Well, I have gone to the other side of the country with my AL Comeback Player of the Year, and I have gone with Nelson Cruz. As we know, last season...
Did I hear you right there? Nelson Cruz.
Yes, Nelson Cruz.
Even though last year he was suspended for PED use?
Yes, that is why I have chosen him as my Comeback Player of the Year. He was suspended for those 50 games, as I know everybody would have been thinking of him very shallow, very poorly anywhere that he would have gone. But this season in Baltimore, he has put up some crazy numbers. He is your home run leader this season with 40 home runs. He has a batting average of 273, 108 RBIs, 165 hits, and 86 runs on the season. This guy really had a breakout year.
But, this just brings up the argument. Is he taking more PEDs?
I don't think so, man. He doesn't look as jacked as he did last season.
I personally think once you take PEDs, it kind of tarnishes your career as a whole. Even if you come back and you're a proven player without PEDs, you just can't be thought of the same way.
And we're going to have to clarify this again. Kevin is a pretty big Dodgers fan out here in LA, and he's still a little upset about Ryan Braun MVP beating Matt Kemp pretty fairly.
Strong controversy over that. I think he could have won it even with Braun taking the PEDs, but
sit down, Kevin. Come on, you gotta let it go. That's about That's about 4 years in the past. So you should.
All right then.
You know what? Sneak peek. Dodgers may have an MVP winner this year, right?
They might.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's continue on with this. I'd just like to say that I think Comeback Player of the Year is one of the most unrecognized awards, and I think maybe that shouldn't be something that's necessarily true because these are players that have totally lost their way, that were sometime, just elite players in the game they love. So I'm just going to start off by saying that. But then I'm going to go back with Nick on this one. I'm going to say Albert Pujols is the definition of a Comeback Player of the Year.
What's his name? Is it Pujols or Pujols?
Albert Pujols. So anyway, I'm just going to continue. So Albert Pujols was, I think, undebatably the best player of this generation. Of the players that I've grown up watching, he's the best player that I've ever seen. I think this generation's ever seen. And to say he lost that for a few years would definitely be an understatement. He was just not Albert.
He was awful.
He was just not Albert Pujols. And I think this year he's, really focused up. He's watched what Mike Trout's been doing, and he's gotten back to his old ways. So I think that's the definition of the comeback player of the year.
All right, now we're going to do NL comeback player of the year. And I think we're going to start with Chuck.
Well, this year's NL comeback player of the year, I have gone back to the West Coast for this one, and I have gone with D. Gordon for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This player has never really been a full season player for the Dodgers. He hasn't really stayed up above 38 games consistently each season. And this season, he's finally had the opportunity to play more than 100 games, and he's really stepped it up this season for the Dodgers, being their number one hitter. He's really stolen a ton of bases, 64 to be exact this season. And he's just kind of beasting it up on the bases. And I'd like to pass it over to Kevin with his NL.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna have to say a couple things about what Chuck said. Best hitter on the Dodgers.
I didn't say best hitter. I said number one slot.
All right, I got you. Excuse me. And
Could
then
be best hitter, probably his best hitter.
Probably not.
The other point I want to bring up is D. Gordon. He's shown flashes of being that great player, but he never really was that great player before. So I don't know if that necessarily condones him to be the comeback player of the year. But I certainly get your point. All right, I'm gonna go to my person. I'm gonna stay on the West Coast, stay in the same city, stay on the same team, but I'm going to a different player. Guy playing right field for the Dodgers, Matt Kemp.
Right field.
All right.
He lost his position. That's how you know this guy's a comeback player of the year.
With that said, Matt Kemp, again, like Albert Pujols, has been one of the best players in the game. And we go back to that debatable MVP season that he had with Ryan Braun.
He lost.
Even though he did lose, he put up ridiculous numbers, almost had a 40-40 season, challenged himself to have a 50-50 season the next year. That didn't quite happen. But
a little injury prone.
Other than the stolen bases, it seems like Matt Kemp's abilities and talents are coming back. Since the All-Star break, he's been, in my opinion, probably the MVP. And I think he goes into next season as being an MVP favorite, just with the numbers he's put up the second half of the year.
All right, and now it's my turn, and I'm going to go to the NL Central with Johnny Cueto, guy who's actually on my fantasy team. Great pick, Nick. And he has 19 wins on the year and a 2.29 ERA. He's definitely been overshadowed by Kershaw this year, and I mean, it's hard not to be with the way Kershaw's
pitching. And
pitching.
even Wainwright a little bit.
Wainwright a little bit. And I mean, but this guy's put up really good numbers just in the wrong year. I mean, Kershaw's running away with it. It's historical pace. But I mean, coming back from an injury last year and putting up a 2.29 ERA, 19 wins, and a .96 whip, it's remarkable. And that's why he's the NL comeback player of the year.
I would like to mention one more person that we didn't get to. I don't think he's the comeback player of the year, but Casey McGee coming out of what was it, Japan, and just coming back and really solidifying that four hole, letting Giancarlo get in some pitches, and really he's been raking. He's not without the power, but with RBIs and batting average and hits, and I think he deserves to be in the comeback player of the year discussion as well.
Yep. And now we'll go over to the bigger awards. We're going to start off with AL Cy Young Award. And you know what? I think I'm going to be a little greedy here, and I'm going to start. I don't like you guys passing it around. I'm going to go with, I'm pretty sure this one's one of the more common picks. It's pretty much set in stone this year so far. We're going to go with King Felix Hernandez up in Seattle. Felix has been a great pitcher so far this year. He's 14-6, 2.34 ERA, .93 6 WHIP. 241 strikeouts so far. It's quite a bit of strikeouts. It's
dominant.
It's unprecedented.
Would you say that he's been dominant against the Angels a little bit?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go.
I would go that far.
I wouldn't go that far. Angels have a guy.
I might go even further.
Mike Trout. We'll go. Let's head it over to Kevin.
So Through about 150 games of this season, I would have agreed with Nick.